Jesslyn yet?
No, thank God.
Oh, I'm sure it'll all blow over.
Yeah, well, that's where you're wrong. I want nothing more to do with her.
Ron, life's too short for these silly blow-ups. Why don't you just go over there and make things up with her?
You must be joking. I'm never setting foot in that place again.
You know, being stubborn is going to get you absolutely nowhere.
Anyway, why should I take your advice? You haven't listened to a blind word I've said about that Molly one.
That is because your opinion of Molly is completely off beam.
Oh, really? Well, let me put it this way. If my own daughter is perfectly willing to stab me in the back, there's no saying what that Molly one's capable of. Trust nobody, Bing. I've told you that. Not even yourself. That's my motto.
You know, if we all took that attitude, the world would be a very grim place.
It already is, mate. It already is. Anyway, fancy a pint down the Legion a bit later?
This evening? Oh, sorry, I've had arranged to meet Molly. We're going to a dance.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Silly me. Fancy me expecting you to spend a couple of hours with me when you could be with Molly the man-eater.
Is that a note of jealousy I detect in your voice by any chance?
What? Me jealous of it? Give me some credit, will you? Anyway, how about tomorrow then? If you can manage to drag yourself away from her for one night.
I think I might be able to manage that.
Good. I'll hold you to that, so don't let me down.
I still can't believe it. I mean, you of all people. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Well, I always imagined you'd be the last one out of us three to get pregnant.
Why?
Because you're dead independent, you know.
Do you think so?
Yeah, well, you're so into your business and everything. I always thought that when you decided to have kids, you were well into your 30s or 40s, made your first couple of million.
I never decided anything to die. It was an accident.
So you're definitely not going to tell the father?
Rachel, I've already told you. I was off my face. I probably wouldn't recognise me even if I fell over him. And anyway, what do you expect me to do? Go around and knock on his door and say, "How are you? Remember me from New Year's Eve in Garland's? Well, I'm off the dove, so do you fancy getting married and spending the rest of your life with me?"
I thought you said you met him on Christmas Eve.
Or whatever.
Dad?
Oh, come on, Dad. You can't go on ignoring me forever.
I'm sorry about this, Katie. Could you just make him a coffee and tell him I'll be there in 5-10 minutes? Thanks, you're an angel. Bye. That was Katie. I've got a client waiting for me at the office.
Very unprofessional.
I could have sworn I told him 5:30.
Why aren't you two at work?
Oh, I'm just leaving.
Me too.
Fancy give me a lift into town?
Yeah, sure. Are you going for any particular reason?
Just fancied a bit of window shopping. Have I got time for a quick coffee?
Yeah? Should we one in the pot?
Don't you think it's all a bit odd?
What?
Well, she's hardly mentioned Marcus since Friday. You don't think that the trip to prison can have satisfied her curiosity, do you?
Well, it was an odd experience.
I must admit, there's part of me that can't help being disappointed.
How do you mean?
Well, once I'd accepted that she was determined to find him, I couldn't help wondering how he'd be after all these years. How he might have changed.
What, so you want her to contact him now she knows where he is?
No, of course not, no. Like I said, it was morbid curiosity, that's all.
Well, I'm sure you won't be kept in suspense forever.
So you don't think the grim realities of Her Majesty's prisoners put her off?
Well, I wouldn't go raising your hopes just yet. But you never know. I mean, she's sensible, really. She just needs time to, well, find out what she really wants.
I guess I'll just have to be patient. See you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Here you go, mate. Cheers. Nice one.
Mike, I'm just nipping out. If anyone wants me, tell them I'll be back in about half an hour.
You seen me dad today?
Yeah, you should have seen the look he gave me.
So what are you going to do?
Oh, don't worry, I'll sort him out. I should just let him sulk for a few days. He'll come round eventually.
You will.
Well, he can't fall out with me forever, can he?
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, he did sell his share of the business without giving him a penny.
No, I didn't sell it. I was boxed into a corner. First by that Finnegan, then Barry Grant. I didn't have any say in the matter. Why can't people ever see things from my point of view? Why does everyone just assume I'm some really cold bitch who puts herself before everyone else?
I wonder.
I am bending over backwards to please me, Dad. I'm offering him a really good deal.
Well, he doesn't see it like that, does he? He just wants his 50 grand back.
Yeah, and he knows that I haven't got it. I mean, anyone would think I'd got some big lump sum off Barry Grant and kept it all to myself.
Well, you still come up smelling the roses, haven't you?
Oh, you must be joking. All I'm doing, Mike, is managing a bar that I used to own. I'll see you later.
in, will ya? Julia!
What's the matter?
You are! Could do without the Hilda Ogden impressions, thank you very much. Just want a bit of peace and quiet.
Well, if you want a bit of peace and quiet, why don't you go and get a pint instead of sitting there with a big miserable gob?
No, well, I would, but I've got no one to go with, have I?
Well, why don't you go and ask Dave? He'll be his dinner break soon.
He's joking, aren't he? He's only got time for that Molly one these days.
Oh, are things getting serious between them two, then?
You could say that. I did ask him to come for a pint with me tonight, but he couldn't bear to be separated from her. Apparently they're going to some dance somewhere.
Well, it's a terrible thing when you're growing old, isn't it? Especially when you're all by yourself.
Give it a rest, will you? Why does everybody treat me like a geriatric? I'm only 50.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Especially for the likes of me and you. With both our families fled the nest, getting on with their own lives. I don't know. You give them your whole life, give them everything, and before you know it, they're off, leaving you with nothing but a broken heart.
Yeah, well, I'll second that.
Oh, it's nice to know there's someone in the same boat as myself. I never knew we had so much in common. But you're the kind, me and you.
Busy over there?
No, not really. Finish at 6. I can't wait.
Something planned for tonight, then?
Peter wants me to go to some ballroom dance with him. He's going with a gang of girls from the salon.
How come?
I think he's donated a prize or something. He reckons it'll be a good laugh.
Oh, hello, Rachel. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
Very well, thank you.
He's been very shapy these last few weeks.
Well, aren't I always?
I suppose this new girlfriend of his might have something to do with it.
Oh, hi, Mr. Crosby. You've kept this very quiet. So what's her name, then?
I think that Jack is referring to a lady called Molly. Molly Marchbank, and she's not my girlfriend. We're just very good friends.
She's certainly put a spring in her step.
So, do you think you'll stay just good friends, or are you hoping for a little bit more?
Rachel, really?
Oh, come on, Mr. Crosby. You can tell me. I'm practically like a granddaughter to you.
Well, let's just say that I'm quite content to
Take things one step at a time.
She couldn't take her eyes off History.
Oh, don't be silly.
Oh, behave, David. She fancies you like mad. If I were you, I'd do something about it before some other fella gets in there first.
Sounds like good advice to me. It's about time you met someone. I'm really pleased for you. See you.
Charlotte.
Yeah? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll see you then. Oh, yeah, thanks for phoning as well, yeah. Oh, thanks, yeah. Bye. Bye. Hiya, Julia.
Hiya, love. Oh, it's nice to see someone smiling for a change. That Ron Dixon's face is tripping.
What do you mean?
Oh, there's been murder. Jackie called over the bungalow before, and Ron slammed the door right in her face. Oh, I thought the whole thing was going to come off his hinges. Oh, I didn't know what to do with myself.
Who were?
Anyway, that wasn't an appointment, was it? Because if it was, it should go straight in the book before you forget.
No, Julia, it wasn't an appointment. You'll never guess who that was.
Who?
Pam Young.
Oh, she when she's home.
Only Michael Merkin's personal assistant.
Oh, what did she want?
Well, she never said. They said they want to see me Friday, said they've got a proposition for me.
Oh, maybe they want you to go back to Balti.
Julia, it's Barley. How many more times have I got to tell you? I can't believe this. What are they like? Keep me in suspense all this week. If they wanted me to go on a photo shoot, why didn't they tell me there and then like they did last time?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they've got something more permanent in mind.
Oh, do you think? Imagine if they wanted me to go to New York. They've got branches all over the world,
Well, if they do, I wouldn't take 2 minutes to think about it, love. I mean, you're young, free and single after all. There's nothing keeping you here, is there?
Oh, come on, it'll be a laugh. You don't have to be able to dance properly or anything.
It doesn't matter if I can dance properly or not. I'm not going.
Hey, Jack, how you feeling? Rachel, will you stop asking how I'm feeling all the time? I'm pregnant, not terminally ill.
Sorry.
I've just opened an account for my dad. I've put 5,000 in there for now, and I'm going to put another 400 in every week.
Hey, my neck. Do you want one for me as well?
Come on, Michael. Look, you know that he's not talking to me at the minute, so I want you to go round there and tell him what I've done. At least this way he'll get his 50 grand back in a couple of years, plus all the interest.
Why should I do all your dirty work for you?
Come on, Michael.
And how come you've got all this money floating around? If you're so hard up, how can you afford to put 5 grand into a bank account for him?
Because he's my dad and he's put everything he has into this place.
Right. And so, you still expect me and all the others to work for such crappy wages? No wonder you're rolling in it.
I'm not rolling in it.
You can't be that badly off. Don't you think it's about time you had a pay rise?
You must be joking. Michael, it's gonna kill me putting this money away from my dad every week. Please, he'll listen to you.
Tell him yourself.
Mike, I wouldn't ask it if I wasn't desperate. If you can't talk any sense into him, then no one can. Please go and talk to him.
Do you think you could possibly manage to cope on your own until Cassie gets here?
I think I can manage that.
Good. You see, it's just that I'm meeting Molly later and I need to
Go
get
on,
back.
Dave, get off. Have a great night.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I'll see you later.
See you, love.
All right, Bing?
Yes, Jimmy. Splendid. Thank you. And your good self?
Yeah, smashing, kid.
Good, good, good. Right. Well, I must be off. See you around.
Yeah, see ya.
Hiya.
Someone's in a good mood.
Think he's in love.
Yeah, well, him.
Her name's Molly and he met her playing golf.
Joking, aren't you? Dirty old so-and-so.
Listen, have you seen this? Fella brought it in before.
What is it?
Well, he's offering extra teaching for kids, you know, struggling with the schoolwork and that. You can make a fortune, you know, 12 quid an hour.
12 quid?
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you think of doing something like that? You could make a bob.
Behave yourself, will you, Jackie? How can I do that? I'm not even qualified yet.
Jimmy, you've got to have a bit more confidence in yourself. I mean, there's nothing from stopping you putting a card in the window and seeing what happens.
What, in here? I'd be asking for trouble.
Why? You'd be doing nothing wrong.
Try telling that to half the people round here, love. Most of them have still got me down as some druggy thief.
Yeah, well, it's up to you, isn't it, to prove to them you've really changed?
Yeah, well, easier said than done, that, innit?
Well, will you at least think about it? I mean, if it really took off, you know, you might even be able to pack in the chippy.
Hi. Well, I said I'd make dinner.
I don't mind.
Oh, what have you got there? Do you like it?
It's only a tenner.
Oh, bargain. I thought you were only going window shopping.
I was, but then I decided to make the most of my overdraft. Look, I got these for my dad.
For your dad?
Yeah. Well, he loves the Beatles. He'll be over the moon with them.
Oh, you mean Tom?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think that? I'm not going to buy presents for my real dad, am I? Was he a Beatles fan too?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, he was. Well, more John Lennon. Give peace a chance and all that.
Yeah. Give peace a chance while you're bludgeoning some poor innocent scientist half to death. Sorry. That was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, well, it wasn't very funny.
Louise, about your dad. Marcus, I mean. Well, you haven't mentioned him since Friday. Are you planning on trying to go and see him?
No, well, not for the time being, anyway. I've decided I'm going to write to him first. I'm not ready to meet him face to face.
So, what? Are you just going to tell him that you're his long-lost daughter?
I'm not sure yet. I don't want to frighten him off. Like you say, he might not respond too well to that.
Well, what address are you going to use? Here or in Reading? You have to be careful, you know. I don't want him suddenly turning up on the doorstep. I don't suppose Tom and Joan would be too impressed either.
I've already considered that, and that's where you have your uses.
Nice to know I have some.
Or you could recommend a solicitor friend of yours, someone who wouldn't mind me using their address and who would forward any letters from him.
You have thought all this through, haven't you?
Let's face it, there's no hurry. It's not like he's disappearing off anywhere, is it? I'm going to take it nice and slowly.
And don't forget you're coming out with me tomorrow, so don't be making any plans with the other one.
Don't worry, I won't. Now, how do I look?
Tell me, if this Molly is just a friend, as you keep claiming, how come you go to all this trouble every time you meet her?
One likes to make an effort.
Oh, really? I wonder if you'll be making all this fuss tomorrow when you come down the Legion with me. I doubt it.
I really haven't got time for all this foolishness. I'm going now, Ron. Don't wait up for me.
Hi, Ping. Looking smart. Let's date again. I like that.
What can I do for you, Michael?
Jackie just asked me to come over and have a word with you.
Yeah, well, you can save your breath. I'm not interested in anything she's got to say.
Come on, Dad. How long is this going to go on for?
Forever, for all I care.
Well, she just wants me to let you know that she's set up an account for you.
Yeah, well, you can tell her to stick it.
Dad, why are you being so stubborn for? This is your money, innit?
Because I'm sick and tired of the way everybody's treating me. So the social, our Jackie, and everyone else can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. I'm quite capable of standing on my own 2 feet. I don't need their help.
Nice that, love, I enjoyed it. Seems weird, doesn't it, eh? Just the two of us here on our own. Nice and peaceful for a change.
Don't get too used to it. Lawrence Mum will be dropping Carly off in a minute. Then Will wake up for his feed.
Hey, listen, you know, Tommy off my course in mangas before. I was telling him what you were saying. You know about advertising to help kids with the schoolwork and that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's only got a brother-in-law who's got an agency who does all that sort of stuff. He's given me the number. And he reckons there's no reason why I can't do it myself.
See, I said you should have more confidence. I mean, I know you're not properly qualified yet, but you'd easily be able to help kids who've fallen behind in the maths and the reading, wouldn't you?
Who'd have thought it, eh, kid? All those years ago when our little Jimmy and Lindsay were kids and I was up to my neck in all sorts of scams. Never had time to go to a parents' night. Who'd have thought that you and me would end up sat here in our own little semi having a conversation like this?
See, it just goes to show, doesn't it? You can change things if you really want to. So you're going to phone him then and find out more about it?
I already have. Wants me to go down and see him later.
Great. They're proud of you, you know, Jim.
Hey, well, let's see if they take me on first, eh?
They will. Hey, never thought I'd get to snog a teacher.
Go to bed with the teacher if you like.
Don't push your luck.
This makes a nice change, doesn't it? Getting away from everybody. Just the two of us.
I'll second that.
Mr. Crosby,
Rachel, what are you doing here?
I'm with Pete and Jackie now. The other girls from the salon were sat over there. The salon donated a prize to the competition, so Peter's dragged us all here, said it'd be a good laugh. You must be Molly.
Yes.
I'm Rachel. I've heard all about you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
You too. Right, well, I'll leave you to it. Come and have a drink with us later.
Yes, we will. What was that you were saying about being alone?
Who's that with me?
Oh, it's his new fancy woman, isn't it? Oh, what's her name again?
Molly.
So what you reckon? Think we'll cop off for a while?
Yeah, I've always fancied going up with a sugar daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the elimination waltz. You all know the rules. If you feel a tap on your shoulder, then please leave the dance floor. Our lucky winners will receive a beautiful bouquet of flowers kindly donated by Brenda's Blooms and a free makeover at Jackie D's Style House. Could all those wishing to take part please make their way onto the dance floor? Thank
Anybody
you.
fancy a go?
Oh, go away, will you?
Oh, come on, Jack. Give it a go.
Would you do me the honour, madam?
Oh, it'll be my pleasure. Do you? Have you been over to?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Looks like Rachel's got somebody's eye.
Hey, good on her. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
Well, your young friends seem to be having a go.
Are you up to it?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Rachel, it's really time.
Right.
No buildings have recently received stone bridge and Saxon church, the river glittering in its shallow depths with iridescent weed and pools. Two fishermen standing in the middle of the river were casting nets.
Hiya.
Julia, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, I couldn't bear to think of being sat in here all on your own, so I brought me knitting and half a pound of pick and mix from the garage. I mean, what's the point of us both being stuck in our own little homes when we could be keeping each other company?
I rowed quietly.
Oh, hey. We're doing really well, man.
He's only eliminated us because he doesn't want us to win our own prize.
Oh, you were great. I didn't know you could dance like that.
So what happened to your Fred Astaire then?
Oh, he was gorgeous, but I get treading on his toes. I'm going to have to take lessons if we're going to do this again. It's great though, isn't it?
Well, well, well. Congratulations to the pair of you.
Go ahead, Mr. Crosby.
And what's your name, love?
Molly.
Well, Molly, you've just won yourself these beautiful flowers and a free makeover at Jackie B's Style House. And what's your name, sir?
Crosby, David Crosby.
Come on, everybody. What about a big round of applause for our lovely winners, Mr. and Mrs. Crosby?
Look at Mr. Crosby's face. He looks absolutely mortified.
Look at him, he's got maroon.
And what about a kiss for your beautiful partner? Come on, I've never seen a couple looking so much in love before. Wouldn't you agree, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, wonder what happens next. I could really get into this.
Hang on, calm down. Sit down, have a rest, finish these, thank you.
Molly, I really can't apologise enough. I feel dreadful about your being put in such an embarrassing position.
Oh, David, for heaven's sake, it wasn't your fault. That MC wouldn't let you get a word in edgeways.
My having to kiss you like that in front of all these people, I can imagine how you must have felt.
No, as a matter of fact, I quite enjoyed
You know
it.
that I'd never... What did you say?
I said I enjoyed it.
I assumed you...
Well, you assumed wrong, didn't you? You're a very attractive man, David Crosby.
Oh, look at them two.
Isn't it sweet?
Eating now? Look at me sick. You shouldn't be allowed to do things like that at day and age.
Well, I think it's lovely. It's dead romantic, new beginnings and all that.
Talking of which, you might be going off somewhere glamorous again soon.
I don't want to get too excited about that. It could be nothing.
They wouldn't want to meet you if it was nothing.
Imagine if you wanted to go and work abroad full time. Well, what would you do?
Well, put it this way, I'd be very tempted. Especially after everything that's gone on around here lately.
What does that mean you go?
Hey, hang on, they haven't even told me what they want me for yet.
But you're going to have to be prepared. You might want an answer there and then. So, do you reckon you might leave us all behind?
It's not every day you get an opportunity like this, is it? The way I've been feeling recently, to be perfectly honest, yeah, I'd be up for this shot. Come on, Rich, let's sweep you down the dance floor, as long as you promise not to step all over your feet.
Oh, you're so gallant.
Taking you to the cutting edge of organised fraud in Lambeth Council. 4 goes undercover with the Corruption Busters. Next.